Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I'm dealing with some family law issues, and it's kind of taken over half of every one of my paychecks. And I'm kind of dealing with a dilemma where I'm trying to find the balance between trying to do what's right for my kids and be financially responsible at the same time.
Can you elaborate a little bit? What are you going through?
I had a son when I was 22, still in college, and I later divorced my wife that I had that son with.
Okay.
Then shortly before I graduated, I had a girlfriend and we got pregnant. She disappeared on me while we were pregnant.
Okay.
And shortly after right before, as I was about to graduate, every month I was having to spend several $100s towards attorney's fees to get,
to try to find her?
That, yes, originally.
Okay. So you found her, then what happened?
So then around a couple months before I graduated, both of these custody disputes kind of started being simultaneous and in tandem.
Okay.
So my ex-wife, we had 50-50. When we divorced, I was seeing my son every week for the whole week, and I had him, and then we would trade off like that.
Uh-huh.
She and the ex-girlfriend, they became buddies, and they just both started. I've never met my daughter that I have with the ex-girlfriend, and my son I haven't seen in over a year. So this isn't any petty dispute over, who gets the teddy bear that he liked when we divorced, and then, whose house does that stay at. It's like, if I don't spend all this money on these attorneys, foreseeably, I won't see my kids at all.
Can I ask
but at
you
the same time?
Can I ask you a question? And just be honest, as much as you're willing to be. Do they have a reason that they're keeping these kids from you?
No.
Is there a real reason there? Like, were you an alcoholic? Was there something there?
No drugs, no alcohol, no abuse. The second ex has tried to, throw out abuse allegations. But it's that's
so there's allegations. There are
custody.
allegations,
Mm-hmm.
but you're saying they're not true.
Right.
Got it. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you make?
I make $78.
How old are you?
I just turned 30 in January.
And this dispute, the legal bills have been going on 1 year.
I would say they've been going on since about summer of 2021, and they've only kind of increased and gotten worse.
Okay. I'm confused as to why the judge hasn't ruled on this in 4.5 years. With my son, we had a totally you told me
amicable
that.
divorce.
You told us that. So why, if it's been going on since 21, that she's been reneging on what the divorce decree said, why has the judge not ruled on it in 4 years?
Well, it's different judges in different states. With my daughter's case...
No. Back to your son. Let's just stick with that.
My son. Yeah, sure. Okay, so with my son, it's a very small town in Oklahoma, and I guess the court's docket just gets really backed up. Last year, I was supposed to have my son for spring break. She texted me the night before, said she wasn't going to give him to me. And so I filed something immediately. I got a lawyer. We showed up to a hearing in May of last year, and they kind of ran the clock on that hearing to where we weren't really done with it. It was 5:30, and the judge said, y'all go home. We'll schedule for another date. That, because we've run out of time, that got scheduled out until late summer last year, like into August. And then my attorney I had died.
Oh.
And now I've got a different attorney, and I've got something scheduled for middle of April.
Okay,
And you're trying for 50-50. That's all you want, 50-50.
On the original child. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the overall answer to your question is this is not only consuming your money, it's consuming your brain.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and you have relied on legal counsel that sucked. So you need to get a lawyer that is much smarter and much meaner than the lawyer that you've had. It's way past time playing nice here. And so we need to make an example out of these people. I'm going to start filing with social services. I'm going to file 60 different ways I'm going to make all of these people's lives miserable so we can put an end to this. And so you guys have been trying to play real sweet and real nice, and your lawyer was old and then he died, and he was playing nice with the small town judge instead of just going in there and raising hell. And so you need an attorney that you don't even like, that kind of mean attorney, okay? And that's so smart, and they're a little more expensive usually, but they're worth it. So and try to bring it to a head. That's the only answer I know for you. Mm-hmm. But just talking to you for 4 minutes is exhausting, listening to what you've been through. And it's so chaotic. It's all over the place. It's left, right, turn, flip, back flip, double flip, turn right, turn left, turn back. There's all these different moving parts. And it just takes up, you're burning all your calories on these issues. And so, you got to spend the right amount of money in a short period of time and blow everything up. Or you've got to turn and talk about, what's the right thing to do. I tried to be in my son's life. I tried to be in this child that was born outside of wedlock's life. I tried to do that, and instead what I got is crazy women. And so, I don't know. I can't tell you. You're going to have to measure how far into this you go. But I can tell that there's no systematic anything in your description of this. And that tells me that you're getting the runaround rather than giving the runaround. And so in a lawsuit situation, sometimes the best defense is a good offense. And so I want you to file I want attorneys filing 7 motions every morning just to piss everybody off, including the judge. I'm just going to screw with people for a living for a short period of time, and just knock the snot out of everyone to where they're all back on their heels and they're all burning calories trying to keep up with you instead of the other way around. That's your only shot here, or you need to flip and just walk and let the thing die. And then they'll come wandering in, maybe wanting child support. Oh, wait, maybe now we get a hearing. Okay, interesting. Money's tied to this. So I don't know, Tanner. I can't tell what's going on. I can just tell that you're worn out and that you've been getting the runaround rather than giving the runaround. I can feel that, and that's where all your money's going. Because the legal system is not a just system, and it is not a good system. It sucks, and it will drain you dry. So I pray good luck for you, sir, but I think it's going to require some pretty aggressive moves beyond what you've been doing. Create your free Every Dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.